So, if you read the title, you already know what this video is about. I went to LA, had an amazing time. That was my first time ever being out there. I went with a friend that I've known for 10 plus years, and let's just say it went from good to bad real fast. You know, we get to LA, we both fly in from different areas, and we both get to LA around the same time. So we both meet up at the airport, we get our rental car, I pay half of hotel and rental, and you know, I don't even know where to start, honestly. Okay, I will say, you know, we went and stopped and we went to a few dispensaries, and you know, we had a good time. You know, we went to the mall, we went shopping, we bought clothes, bought shoes. You know, we had a really good time. Well, I did. You know, and this is not the first trip that me and my friend went on together, but it's definitely the last. I'm gonna insert some clip of, you know, being down there and having a good time and showing y'all some of the things that we were doing while we were there. Long story short, I think we were in LA for about 5 days. We went to a lot of restaurants, we did a lot of sightseeing. You know, we had a really good time. I did. So, mind you, first things first, when we get to the hotel, you know, my AirPods died because I was on the plane. So I took my AirPods out and I put them away. He was like, "Oh, I should have brought my AirPods with me so I could have charged mine in your case." Mind you, he lost his case a few weeks prior to going to LA. So keep that in mind. Throughout the trip, you know, I brought a Versace like toiletry bag, like, you know, like the little shaving and body gel, all that stuff that comes in those when you buy it, the set. It was in that. I had two zippers. On one side it was full of my jewelry. I had like Cuban links and bracelets, matching sets, necklaces, earrings, everything. Apple Watch, everything was in that bag. All the jewelry that I wanted to bring with me, which were my favorite pieces, all except one that I actually forgot at home. Luckily I did, because I still have it. If not, I wouldn't. All of those were in the bag, and on the other side I had all of my sunglasses. And you know, throughout the trip, you know, me being a friend to a friend, you know, I'm putting on my jewelry and I see that they didn't have any, so I'm asking them, like, I have some other pieces in there that I wasn't wearing. So I'm like, "Do you want to wear these?" You know. And he's like, "Yeah, let me wear them." So, you know, I let him wear some of my jewelry while I was down there. And, you know, we taking pictures and we posting our looks and we were having a really good time. I was, again. But I will say, on the last day, that's when everything went to shit. It's like our flights didn't leave until like 10:55 at night. So checkout was at noon. So we checked out of our hotel. You know, we still had weed and stuff from the dispensary left over. I did, at least. He had to keep buying more. I had enough. And, you know, I'm not selfish and stuff like that. So, you know, even was rolling up mine, and I was like too tired to smoke it. I'm like, go ahead, smoke it. Wake up in the morning, see smoking. I don't care. I mean, it's weed. We gonna smoke regardless. Like, I'm not pressed. It's got to be gone before we leave anyway, so I wasn't really tripping. But it just blew my mind that I'm gonna get into that after I explain this whole story. So we checked out of our hotel at 11 or like 12, and you know we sweeping the room, making sure we ain't leave nothing. We checking the bathroom, checking all the countertops, checking underneath the beds, checking in the cabinets and the drawers, checking behind, making sure nothing was left behind. Nothing. I packed up my bag and I got in the shower. You know, I packed up all the stuff that I wasn't going to be wearing and bringing with me for today. Packed all that up, left my outfit out, and I got in the shower. And when I got out the shower, he's gone. You know, didn't say he was going anywhere or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just went downstairs to drop his bags off, you know, put his bags in the car. No, his bag, one bag was there, but his big bag was gone. And he comes back with breakfast, just for himself, which I thought was weird. But I was just like, okay, whatever. Then he come back, he roll up, we smoke, whatever, and then, you know, that's when we check in to make sure we got everything. We check in the counter, we check in the refrigerator. Nothing was left behind. We got everything out of that room. And I know for a fact where I put my stuff at when I packed up my bag. And my jewelry was on top in my suitcase because I had put all my clothes in there first, and then I put my jewelry on, and then I put the rest that I wasn't wearing in the bag, and I put it in my suitcase and I zipped it up. I don't know when he actually got a chance to take. I'm not gonna say he took it. I know he did, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna let y'all, you know, come up with your own conclusion. Because, I mean, let him tell it he didn't, and he played this little guilt trip. I wasn't going to say anything, but, you know, he went on Instagram and trying to say, like, well, because we had another trip that we were supposed to go on. Like, 4 to 5 days after we went to LA, we were supposed to go to Fort Lauderdale, which was paid for or whatever. His mom had paid for my flight, which was like $120. And she covered the hotel room. So I was like, why not go? It was his birthday. We paid all this money to go to LA. I'm just like, okay, we can go to Fort Lauderdale too. And he posted on his story and got people posting responses like, well, maybe he didn't have the money, or maybe this, or maybe that. That's not the case, honestly, because, you know, not to toot my own horn or nothing, but I got my own shit going. Like, I'm good. Like, everything I got, I worked for. I have my own place. I moved down to Atlanta, figured it out on my own, got my own place, been down here for, 3 years. And I have not one, but 2 vehicles paid off in cash, no car notes. Not really going to speak on what they got going on, but everything they got was really much given to them. So you talking about funds and all that kind of blew my mind. I'm not even going to get into all of that, but just know that everything that I have, I worked for. So we checked out the hotel, we put our bags and stuff in the car, and I unplugged my charger because my phone was already fully charged. My AirPods were plugged into my charger because I wanted to make sure they were fully charged before I got on the plane. So I unplugged the charger from the lamp with the AirPods still plugged into, like the charger was still plugged into the AirPods. I take them, I wrap it up, and I put it in my fanny pack. And that morning when we were smoking, I said, I did a really good job down here. I didn't spend as much money as I thought I was. I said, I still have cash I'm going back home with that I didn't think I was going to have. Like, I barely had to use my card because I brought a certain amount of cash down there. And I was like, I'm still going home with a couple $100. Like, I did pretty good. Shouldn't have said it, but me being comfortable with this person because we've been friends for so long, you know, I didn't really think about that. But, okay, fast forward. We check out. Bags are already in the car. We get to Venice Beach. And, you know, I got my fanny pack with me, and it's got my money, it's got my AirPods, it's got my phone charger, and, like, some other shit like little roll-on, scent stick, whatever. Everything was good when we got to Venice Beach. I unzipped my bag and I had probably $300 in cash. And I took $100 out and I put the other $200 in there, back in the fanny pack, zipped it up, tucked it behind me underneath the seat, and we went on Venice Beach and we had a good time. I just didn't want to bring all of my money with me because I know how I get. If I see something, I'm going to want to buy it. But I was, having some self-control by only allowing myself to bring a certain amount with me. So, I get on Venice Beach and I see this little outfit that I wanted. It's just like, had little LA logos and stuff on there, and I wanted to buy it. And they like print the logo on there. Like you pick out the shirt and the shorts you want and they put it on there for you. So I did that. I got it, and it was more than I expected it to be. We also walked really far, so to get back to where we came from, we paid to get on this little bike thing. It was somebody driving a bike and they had a little carriage on the back, and we rode back to closer to the car. And when we get over there, I'm hungry, so I stop and I get something to eat or whatever. And he has on some brand new white shoes that he had, and he didn't want to get dirty. So he took his pictures in them. He wanted to change his shoes. So he goes back to the car. I'm eating. He goes back to the car and he changes his shoes. Then when I get done eating or whatever, he took my pictures for me. I took a few pictures, posted them on my Instagram. And then, we chilling, and I'm like, let's get something to drink. So I wanted to drink Hennessy, so I'm like, I ain't got enough cash on me because I spent all my cash on the outfit, the bike ride, and my food. So I go back to the car to get my cash. So I unzip my fanny pack and my money is gone. So I'm like, panic. I'm like looking around, trying to check under the seat, around the car. I'm checking everywhere. I'm just checking everywhere. Nowhere to be found. And mind you, he's sitting right next to me in the driver's seat, but he's like real fidgety. Like, mind you, we've been friends for 10 years, so I know when something is wrong and I know when something is up. And I know when he's lying. But me just being me, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, I'm like, I said, I'm not accusing, I'm asking. I'm like, you wouldn't steal my money from me, would you? And he like, no, I wouldn't steal. I just stuttering, over-explaining himself. My glasses cost this much, and blah, 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 I wouldn't got to steal $200, like, whatever. I ain't gonna get into all of that because, that's his business. And whoever paid for what he got, that's on him. But don't be throwing money out there and saying you spent this and spent that. But you know what? I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I will say that he was over-explaining himself, and then he got out of the car and he going to the back and he acting like he cleaning stuff out and throwing stuff in the trash can. And I'm just like, wait a second, something just don't feel right. But I go downstairs because we parked in like this garage, and I asked him, I'm like, do y'all have surveillance cameras? Because, my stuff is missing and I want to know, and I did this on my own because I didn't, I wanted to know the truth. I wanted to know who, if it wasn't him, who did take my stuff. And it was like, the doors were locked. You're the only person with a key. And only my shit is gone. But whatever. So moving on, he feel bad. He like, come on, I'll just buy the Hennessy or whatever. I'm sure, because you stole my money. But he went and we got Hennessy, and he was transferring money back and forth. It was just real weird. I don't know. I know, but I don't know. I know that he took my shit, but he was just acting real weird. So we walking down the alley to the liquor store or whatever to get the Hennessy, and you know I'm like I'm quiet, like I'm just like trying to process everything. Like, okay, where the fuck? I'm like, okay, maybe I misplaced it, but everybody who know me or ever been anywhere with me, or if you just know me, like I don't lose shit like that. Like I keep track of my stuff. I'm never the friend to be like, oh, I lost my keys, or I lost my wallet, or I lost my, you know, I keep track of my shit. Like I know where I put shit. I've got shit that I've had since like middle school and high school still, and that was almost 10 years ago when me and him became friends. Like I still have shit. I keep track of my shit because I work hard for my stuff. Nothing was really given to me. So I was always raised to, if I wanted something, I had to earn it. Like I had to go and cut grass, or I had to do this. Like nobody was just like handing me money. Like no, like if I wanted money, I had to do some work for one of my grandparents or something to get it. Like it was never just handed to me. So when I worked for something, I took care of the stuff that I had. But anyway, so I know for a fact that I put my money back into my fanny pack, and I know for a fact that it was taken out because it was gone when I came back to get it. So we get the Hennessy, and on the way back, we talking or whatever, and you know, I'm still not myself. Like I'm still like bothered, irritated in the back of my mind, knowing that he took my money. So I'm just, you know, I said something to him, and he got all frantic and upset and was like raising his voice and yelling at me and stuff. And I'm just like, hold on. And I like choked him up, but not. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because can I get in trouble for that? Anyway, it's done and over with. But, you know, I wasn't trying to fight or anything. I'm just like, who are you talking to? Like, calm down. Like, you know, I don't know. It wasn't, maybe it was, came off, it might have been aggressive, but I don't know, shit. I was toting that Hennessy back because I was pissed off that my shit was gone. And, you know, it was, I don't know. But anyway, so we kind of got into it, and then we got back to the parking garage or whatever, and he having this little, trying to break down heart to heart and talk about how he loves me as a friend, and, you know, I'm the only friend that he really has, and the only friend that, you know, just a whole bunch of bullshit, trying to butter me up to make me not think that he took my shit. Okay, anyway, moving on. Next thing, we hashed it out or whatever, talked about it. In the back of my mind, I still know he took my shit, but I'm just like, whatever, it's $200. It's not my last, but, you know, it's just the principle. Like, we've been friends for so long, we've been on many trips together, and my shit gonna come up missing. Okay, moving on. We get in the car, we leave the Venice Beach because we're gonna go head back to the airport. We stopped to smoke the rest of our weed first before we left, and then we went to the airport. No, actually, he bought some more weed after my money came up missing. So, I mean, I probably bought it because it was my money. But anyway, so we smoked the weed, and then we went to the airport. We dropped the rental car off, and I think a fast karma hit him because he had them new all-white shoes that he had just bought, and he left them in the rental car. He forgot them. He forgot something else in there. So, you know, we turned it in. We already on the bus or whatever, going to the bus transporting us back to the airport. We already on that, so the shoe's gone. We got to get on our flights. Mind you, we're going to two separate places. We fly into two different destinations. So we go into the airport, and we both go to the restroom. We both taking a piss. So it don't take long. I go in there and I pee, and I come out and I wash my hands, and I look out, and I'm like, you know, I'm calling his name, like, where is he? I go outside the bathroom, I look around, he nowhere to be found. So I go upstairs, and this motherfucker already in the TSA line. Like, just left me. Like, was moving real weird. Like, I knew something was up. And, like, looked at me in the line, didn't say nothing, and turned their head. And I'm like, okay, I know this motherfucker took my money now. Because you acting real weird right before it's time to get on this flight. You was trying to play it cool up until now. And now you don't give a fuck because you finna leave. That's cool. So, you know, I'm just like, whatever. I'm in the line. I'm waiting to get through. And, you know, I'm going up to my gate or whatever. Because at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. We just not going to be friends no more. Because I can't trust nobody like this. And you acting real funny. Like, you moving real weird. I don't like it. So I'm pulling up to my gate, which is different from his because we're going to 2 separate destinations. And I open my fanny pack. My charger's still there. And I'm looking for my AirPods. They're gone. Mind you, in the beginning of the story, I told you that when we got there, he said, oh, I should have brought my AirPods so I could have charged them in your case. Took my whole AirPods. Took them. Then, you know, I get home and I call him and I'm like, you got something you want to tell me? And he like, I don't like being accused and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's fine. I said, he like, I don't think we should go on this next trip. I wasn't going no way. Ain't no way I'm finna set myself up to put myself in the same position I just got out of. No way. So I said, we on the same page. We good. We ain't got shit else to talk about. Our friendship is completely over. And I hope it was worth it because we've been friends for so long. And, you know, I'm not even the type of friend that's like spiteful or anything like that because I could easily ruin him. But I'm not like that. It's like, whatever. He gonna get his karma. God gonna get him. It is what it is. I ain't tripping because I know everything that I lost, God gonna replenish that and then some more. But once I get home, my flight, you know, the time difference is a little different. I get home and I think it's like 6 a.m. or something like that. I lay down and I wake up and out of nowhere, like I just popped up out the bed and I'm like, wait a second, my jewelry. So I open my bag and I'm looking and I'm dumping everything out and my fucking jewelry bag is gone too. So it's like, I said something, he said something about the AirPods. I was letting you wear my jewelry while he was down there. And then my fucking money was gone. And he took my shit. So, I mean, y'all can come up with your own opinion of it. And I'm sure y'all gonna see it clear as day like I was. Because it was just us two on this trip. Nobody else came with us. And, you know. But it's all good though because, you know, when I got back and I told my people what happened, you know, they was on some shit like trying to, you know, confront him. And I'm just like, no, I don't need no drama because I'm not there and I can't, you know, I'm just like, let it go. And, you know, everything that I've lost, I'm not gonna say everything has been replaced, but, you know, I went back and, you know, I got some more sunglasses and I got some more jewelry and I got new AirPods, but, you know, our friendship could never be replaced. You know, I don't feel like it was worth that because we literally have been friends for so long and we know so much about each other. And, you know, I don't know, I just feel like we both been there for each other at really rough times in our lives. But I felt like our friendship was more than, maybe I valued our friendship more than they did because, you know, they probably see what, you know, I have accomplished and the things that I do have and, you know, probably felt some type of way. But I'm more so glad that it happened today rather than tomorrow because, you know, I have goals and stuff, so I'm not gonna stop until I get there. And it could have been worse. He could have took more from me eventually. But now I'm just very skeptical of who I allow around me. And, you know, I already was, but now I have to like really look at people under a fucking magnifying glass because, you know, you really don't know nobody for real. What they say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You know, when your mom be stealing and scamming and stuff like that, then I guess that's what you're gonna do too. But, you know, I thought we was better than that, but apparently not. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't have no bad blood. I don't have no drama or nothing like that. I don't know what it's gonna be like if or when we see each other again. But, you know, I'm with whatever. So, you know, I guess we'll see. But moral of the story is, watch who the fuck you hang around, watch who you call your friend, and just be careful, like, because you never can fully trust somebody. So don't get too comfortable, and you know, just always play it smart. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you think I'm tripping, or you know, let me know. Let me know something. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.